Why, hello there YouTube and welcome to a Who review. I am Davros and I'm a Whovian, and today I review Doctor Who, Rise of the Cybermen and Age of Steel. So this is a two-parter from Series 2, where the Doctor, Rose and Mickey find that they have crash-landed into a parallel world after the TARDIS dies, and that they're in a parallel London where Rose discovers that her father, Pete, is still alive, and Mickey also finds that his grandmother is still alive, and the Doctor, doesn't know what to do until he finds a little ray of hope, a little energy source from the TARDIS that he uses to repower, and also can refix the TARDIS and restart it again within 12 hours. But of course that becomes the least of his worries when he discovers that in this universe, Cybus Industries are creating a new batch of Cybermen. So an old enemy of the Doctor's is about to be reborn in a new shape, and the Doctor has to stop this, the Cybermen from taking and upgrading the Earth. So that's the story there. So what did I like about this one? Well, for me this was probably my first proper Cyberman story. I knew of the Cybermen, before they came back in the show. I also knew that that was a Cyberman head that we got teased at in Dalek. And yeah, the whole build up to it was like, in the final act of the first part where we see the Cybermen fully, and this time they look big and robotic and a bit unsettling, but I never found them scary. But the fact that they're people, or were people, and this time they take their brains out and put them in robotic bodies, because before I thought I gathered that they would take technology and slowly replace it throughout them. But this is a different version. This is a parallel Earth version, and the Cybermen were just brilliant in this with their new shape. There was also, Roger Lloyd Pack guest starring as John Lumick, who eventually became the Cyber Controller. Yeah, I liked the whole Cyber Controller look he had going on in Age of Steel when he looked like a king on his throne. That was pretty cool. But also, I like some of the dark moments, reminding us that this show is meant to be scary, like the bit where the Doctor and Mrs. Moore trigger a Cyberman's emotional circuit and realise it's a woman and that she's cold. That's a sad part, but very unnerving too. Also, David Tennant was on top form as the Doctor as always. He was fantastic, so was Billie Piper as Rose. Mickey, I feel like he upped his game in this and he manned up, and at the end of this story, Mickey decides to stay in the parallel Earth because he wants to keep fighting, and in the name of his variant self, Ricky, along with Jake, who also lives in that parallel Earth. So he stays there for the time being. Noel Clarke did a good performance in this, and I'm only talking about his performing in this, nothing else, because I am aware of the things that have gone on with him in recent years. But also, Camille Kajuri as a parallel Jackie, and what's his name as Pete's World. That was interesting to see that in a world where she never had Rose, or she did have Rose, but she was a little dog. Also, the whole upgrading process with the Cybermen, like with the whole things in their ears connecting them and stuff, that was a bit unnerving. Kind of reminds us of the modern world we live in, where we're sort of all reliant on our technology. But yeah, this was just a good two-part and a good way to reintroduce our generation to the Cybermen. Now, of course, the title as well, Rise of the Cybermen, it gives us an idea of, oh, this is the Cybermen coming back, and then Age of Steel. This, I would also say, was a good, like, mid-finale, like a good big two-parter, Big Bang and that, like, a good way to close off the first half of the series. And I say that's what it did. It was the concluding part. It was a conclusion to one half of the series, because at that point we were sort of halfway there after this had aired. And after that we had a few filler episodes. In fact, we only had, I think, just one filler episode before another two-parter came along. But yeah, this one, I enjoyed it. We even had Don Warrington in it as the president, and he has had a history in the show before as Rassilon in Big Finish Audios. So yeah, this was a good action-packed two-parter and had good Cybermen. I thought it was good. My dislikes, I guess, were like sometimes the whole build-up to the Cybermen, like, you know, we didn't actually see them until the end. We got a taste of one at the very beginning, but never, you know, gave us the whole less is more thing at first. But I mean, we already knew what they were going to look like and stuff. But, you know, I'd say it was probably worth the build-up, the reveal to the Cybermen. Yeah. So, ratings. What am I going to rate this one? I'll give the performances an 8, the visuals an 8, the writing an 8 on my personal. I'll probably give it, yeah, well, let's just give it all 8s, because yeah, I'll give it an 8 out of 10 for my personal. So there you go, there is my review on this one. Have you seen it? Let me know down in the comments below if you have. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and to share with your friends. And yeah, all my social media links are down below in the description. So yeah, I've been Davros, and I've been a Whovian, and this has been a Who Review. So until next time, run for your life.